Hello, everyone. We are going to be doing a two-pile pick-a-pile with the Tarot Spreads of the Year deck to select our spread. Pile 1 is going to be the After Tarot, and pile 2 is going to be, I think this is called the Traveler's Tarot on Amazon. I will put the timestamps to find your pile in the description. And today we're going to be doing, this is in the change category, and we have friendship. A change I'm facing in my friendships. How is this change affecting me? How the change is affecting my friends. How the change can make my friendships stronger, and how to care for myself during this change. So pick a pile 1 or 2. And if you picked pile 1, a change I'm facing in my friendships. We have the Knight of Swords, 7 of Wands, 9 of Pentacles in reverse. A change you're facing in your friendships is learning how to communicate differently. Learning that when others are communicating to you or at you, that has very little to do with you in terms of how they're coming across, and a lot more to do with how they're feeling about themselves or with themselves in the moment. There's this feeling of, with the 9 of Pentacles in reverse, not seeking your worth externally and not using your friendships as a reflection of your worth, because your friends, although they are the people who you've chosen to be your friends, aren't always going to be in the same mood or the same energy bracket as you. So it won't always be a mirrored version of your energy through your friends. I guess I'd word this as the change you're facing in your friendships is learning to better use your discernment when it comes to getting an accurate depiction or a mirrored back check on yourself. So knowing that your friends aren't going to mirror back you to you, they're showing you the energy that they are currently in. So making sure that your value and your worth is not coming from other people, but is coming from internally. How this change is affecting you. So learning to communicate differently based off of getting your worth from internally instead of externally. We have 7 of Swords, 8 of Cups in reverse, and 2 of Pentacles. How this change is affecting you. This combo makes me feel like you're overthinking the way that you're communicating, or you're overthinking the way you're being received, or you're overthinking the way that others are communicating to you, reading into things to try and restore the balance, but it's not up to you to restore the balance. It's a two-way street. So you just focus on what's coming and going from you and leave the other person's role up to them. It's like overthinking how much you need to do to maintain the balance, whereas you're being guided to more let it flow and allow the balance to come back in terms of like your communication to your friends and vice versa. How the change is affecting my friends. We have Ace of Pentacles, 4 of Cups in reverse, and Page of Cups in reverse. I almost want to word this as your friends are feeling kind of forced to have to communicate in a much more mature way. So either that's because of you just not engaging with the lower levels of maturity, or it's like with the 4 of Cups in reverse, it's like I'm taking back my previous immature behaviors and I'm trying to show up differently. I'm trying to have this fresh start of showing up more grounded. So I feel as though what this is saying is your communication style is shifting because you're learning to get your value from within and not not need the approval or the validation externally. And because of that, it's causing people to have to show up differently and raise up to your level in terms of confident communication, is how I want to word that. How the change can make my friendships stronger. How showing up with increased communication confidence can make your friendships stronger. The Moon, the Magician, and Five of Cups in reverse. That's a very direct answer. What was previously not being talked about, not being seen, not being addressed, the Magician can be representing communication, and Five of Cups being reversed would be representing healing. So it allows for healing communication to come through when you are showing up more confident in your communication, and that pulls your friends to show up more emotionally mature to meet you at the level in which you are showing up as. And that opens the door for what was previously left in the dark to come to the surface and be talked about so that there can be healing. How to care for myself during this change. Ace of Swords, Six of Swords in reverse, and Two of Wands. I read that as thinking before you speak. Ace of Swords is communication and truth, but Six of Swords is in reverse. So we don't necessarily want to run away from issues, but we don't need to address every single issue either, just because the communication style is changing. This is like kind of finding the best of both worlds, where you know that you can now address past issues differently and be more well received because of the shifting in communication. But that doesn't mean we need to address every, almost dropped the whole deck, every single issue there. The Lovers is on the deck. So even though you know that your healing is causing the other people to feel the need to rise up to your level, there's still this feeling of not getting too far ahead of putting yourself in a different category of your friends. So knowing that they will be able to rise up and meet you at your level of new communication skills, but not needing to then address every single thing that was previously left unaddressed. So saving the most important first. Let's do two quotes. Before you judge someone about their anger, first ask them about their pain. So that goes both ways, from you to the friends and the friends to you. Not judging one another for righteous anger, but learning to communicate about it differently. If you rearrange the letters in depression, you get I pressed on. Your current situation is not your final destination. And if we are part of pile one, what is the wound that is most affecting your friendships right now? Spiritual arrogance. So how I said, make sure you're not putting yourself in a different category. Allow your friends the opportunity to try and rise up and meet you at your level of communication. Spiritual arrogance, I feel with this pile, is you felt like other people were trying to make you feel less than. And that may be because of a spiritual awakening of sorts. You may have kind of felt pushed to the side. So the communication shifting is allowing you to kind of reintegrate, is what we're seeing here. Pile two. All right, pile two. A change I'm facing in my friendships. Page of Pentacles, Four of Cups, Queen of Swords in reverse. A change I'm facing in my friendships. Learning to offer your trust. Learning, I guess I could word that as learning to trust your friends again, or learning to redefine what trusting your friends looks like to you, especially when it comes to the way that you're sharing or expressing. You are learning to show up, I guess, unmasked again. It feels like this is something that you used to be unmasked around your friends, but there's been this change where you felt like you had to hide, dim, or mask yourself in some way. So the change that you're facing in your friendships is learning how to unmask yourself when it comes to communication, and when it comes to not watering yourself down to make other people feel more comfortable. And I feel like this has a lot to do with your intelligence or your intellect specifically, or your ability to communicate either like more eloquently or more effectively or like more intelligently. It's like you tried to hide what you felt like others were falling short of in their own energy. How this change is affecting me. So how unmasking is affecting you. We have 5 of Cups in reverse, Ace of Pentacles in reverse, and 10 of Pentacles. Interesting. So 5 of Cups in reverse, Ace of Pentacles in reverse. It's healing and triggering at the same time. It's testing your ability to remain grounded, and it's testing your ability to remain present in the moment when there's also triggering emotions coming to the surface. It's almost like you start to unmask, you start to just show up unfiltered or not dimmed, and you get moments of, am I just going to go back in my shell, or am I going to let this continue? Because you feel the discomfort, but you also are trying very hard to push through it. We have 10 of Pentacles here. So it's almost like you feel as though once I get back to feeling like myself, it's going to be very difficult for me to lose it again, because I know what this loss has felt like, or I know what this time of dimming my light has felt like, and I don't want to continue to dim my light. How the change is affecting your friends. We have Page of Wands in reverse, Ace of Cups, I feel like this is probably going to be Swords. Oh, nope, Knight of Wands. How the change is affecting my friends. So Page of Wands in reverse, Ace of Cups. You showing up unmasked is showing your friends where they are still dimming their own light. Ace of Cups would be the Holy Grail. Page of Wands is reversed, so a lack of getting to know their own self. Knight of Wands in reverse. You are having your friends recognize where they are still dimming their light or hiding themselves, and how that is not helping them align with or engage with their passion or their purpose. So essentially, you are inspiring your friends to find where they are not showing up unfiltered or unmasked themselves. And specifically because they recognize how important that is on their soul path or their purpose or their passion. How can the change make my friendships stronger? We have 9 of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles, 5 of Pentacles in reverse. So where there was some kind of long-standing battle, or feeling like you were kind of left like a wallflower, if you felt like you've been a wallflower, or you felt like you weren't all the way integrated in the group, Knight of Pentacles is here. So you're learning how to trust yourself and your own discernment again, and then that will then pour out onto your ability to trust the people that you're picking as friends again. 9 of Pentacles gives me the energy of like, how can the change make my friendships stronger? I want to be your friend, but I don't need you as a friend. So if you're not going to treat me the right way, I'm okay with walking away from you, but I do value your friendship if you're going to be a good friend. That's how I would word that. How can the change make your friendship stronger? You trust yourself to discern and decide, and at the same time, You know your value and worth, and you know that if the trust is not a two-way street, that it either has to be fixed or you need to pour your energy elsewhere. So you're showing up in friendships that you value and not that you feel like you need in order to be some kind of crutch for yourself, because you are that for yourself now. You are that support for yourself now. How to care for myself during this change. We have 7 of Swords, Ace of Swords in reverse, and the Emperor. Taking action to correct any internal dialogue that could be self-sabotaging or self-limiting. So now that you are really getting aligned with the importance of trusting yourself, you need to also be able to trust your thoughts even when you're triggered or even when you're in a difficult situation. So making sure that anytime there is self-limiting beliefs or self-sabotaging internal dialogue, you're not allowing it to continue, but you're stopping it in the tracks and correcting course right in that moment. So focusing on mindful internal dialogue that isn't you being against yourself, being your own friend, essentially, in your internal dialogue. Being your own friend in your internal dialogue will help you manifest healthy friendships with others as well. Fear is a source of energy. Anger is a source of energy. Frustration is a source of energy. Use them as fuel. Let them be your royal servants. Tamed emotions can be used to your advantage. Let them be your royal servants. That's it. You allow your emotions to be your friends and be your teachers and be your guideposts to where there's healing needed or where there's light needed. Don't look at them as punishments, your emotions. The people you lose during your healing process are only meant to be with the unhealed version of you. So if there are some friends that you have to walk away from, the right decision is to choose your own mental health and peace of mind. What is the wound that is potentially most affecting your friendships right now? Sacral chakra blockage. So really knowing yourself and knowing the way in which you are showing up in the context of relationships with others. Have a good day.